kind of like I love what you had to say. You took a historical long view
Yeah.
with respect to Senator Staten's legislation.
Yeah.
I didn't get a video of that, though.
Okay.
Do you mind?
Just repeating what I said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my concern is that, one, the people of this community voted for fiscal independence. And if I remember correctly, it was an overwhelming vote in that direction. People wanted to hold the duly elected officials of the school system accountable for the decisions that they made. The other thing is that it flies in the face of what I understand to be democracy. It makes no sense that the people say they want one thing, and then you have members of the delegation coming back by legislative fiat saying that they're going to change it themselves without so much as even asking the people of this community. So I think there's a problem with that. The other thing that concerns me is that we don't know what the composition of the new government is going to be. They've identified dysfunction as one of their motivating factors in wanting to make this change. What happens if the same level of dysfunction exists in the new commission? If that happens, you're talking about needing, I guess, if you follow the rationale that's being offered here, you'll need somebody to come back then and supervise the folk who are supervising. I mean, where does it end? You know, I have a problem with members of our delegation arrogating to themselves the authority to function as a super board of supervisors for everything local when people have been elected to discharge those various duties. So, in a word, I'm very much concerned with the pattern that I think we've seen over the last several years here.
Confusing dysfunction with democracy.
Yeah, exactly. I think just because people disagree, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's tantamount to dysfunction. You know, when you have diversity and especially diversity of opinion, that's one of the things we suffer from. You know, we don't hear each other very well. We don't listen. We don't talk across these various divides very well. And the result is what is many times thought of as dysfunction is just really maybe democracy at work. And, you know, as we know, democracy is pretty messy sometimes. You know, people don't always agree. So that's basically my view of it.
We need if they're not satisfied, if they're able to do that, then they don't need to approve any request for a millage increase. They need to hold the line and have the administration work within the money that is that the taxpayers give.
What about the the legislators getting in touch with you all, commission,
I had a conversation with Representative Peake. It was not about will you support this, will you not support that. He was just asking questions about the structure, and we had a conversation about that. But I mean, there's a difference. If we can all have opinions over whether this is intrusive or not intrusive. They hold a position that allows them to do this, whether it's right or wrong. We're the ones responsible for managing county government. The board is elected; they're the ones responsible for managing.
Well, it seems this point in time that you know, the legislators see that their job may be to